Different words elicit different feelings for different people. You have to understand that when it comes to language and using words to reprogram your subconscious mind, it might not work well, and I'm going to explain why in a moment. Let's get started. Hey superstar, it's Gavin here from Wake Up Fulfilled. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a subconscious mind specialist. I help people reprogram their subconscious identity, their subconscious personality, so that they can create the reality that they want automatically. Leave a comment below with an affirmation or affirmation so that you're continually reprogramming your subconscious mind with my videos, and you're not just passively watching, but you're engaging and you're learning and you're growing as you watch my videos. So leave a comment with an affirmation or affirmation below. And also, we offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis session, which is available for you to take advantage of. A free subconscious mind diagnosis session is going to diagnose your subconscious mind and what's blocking you from getting to that next level in your business and in your life. So you can grab that at neutralityshifting.com. There'll be a link in the description where you can go check that out. Let's talk about why your subconscious mind doesn't understand words. So if I was to speak to you in a different language right now, you wouldn't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. And the subconscious mind, whilst it understands words, it needs to have a feeling behind the word. Okay, so we're going to talk about words. It needs to have a feeling behind the word in order for it to be interpreted correctly. Because for some people, if I say the F word, it's just like blank. You know, it doesn't do anything for them. It's just like, oh, it's just swearing. It doesn't matter. For some people, they get extremely offended by the F word, right? And so we need to understand that when it comes to the language that we're using in terms of what we're trying to create in our lives, that we can't just use words. We have to apply a feeling and emotion to it. Every word has meaning, but every individual has their own meaning for each individual word. And so if you're listening to a affirmation audio on YouTube or a subliminal or whatever it is, you have to invoke emotion to that affirmation in order for it to work for you. Now, the person who's writing out those particular affirmations or affirmations, the ones that you're even commenting below, you have to then go and apply emotion to it, because the person who actually created those particular affirmations understands what the emotion is behind it, and that's why they wrote it in that way. But they're not sharing with you the emotion that they were feeling at the time of writing those particular affirmations, and so you're just listening to these affirmations with a blank template. And so if you're listening to a subliminal, if you're listening or watching a subliminal, or you're downloading one and you're programming your subconscious mind, or you're listening to affirmations, or you're doing your own affirmations, or you're saying your affirmations, or you're doing incantations whilst you're running and you're shouting out your affirmations, however you do it, you need to have emotion behind it. And so emotion is what you should be mostly focused on rather than the actual words. And I made a video about focusing on outcomes and why you should focus on outcomes less and know the target. You want to know the target, you want to know what you're after, but you don't want to spend so much time focusing on the outcome. What you want to spend more time is the feelings that match that outcome. So you want to understand and reverse engineer your success by understanding the outcome. The outcome that I want is this. And are my current emotions that I have right here in alignment with what I want? And if not, I need to eradicate the emotions that are holding me back. I need to eradicate the thoughts, the beliefs, the values, the systems that are holding me back, and eliminate them out of my being and shift into a positive state of being, which is in alignment with this particular reality, and so that I can create in my life. And that's how you do it. And so it's important to understand when it comes to using words, we can't just use words, we have to apply it with emotion. Because now the emotion is going to be like the frequency, or let's just say you're playing a piano. It's like the instrument, it's like the sound that you are playing to get what it is that you want. Thoughts are amplified when it's applied with the heart space. The electromagnetic energy from the heart is significantly more powerful than electromagnetic energy from the brain. It's kind of counterintuitive. You would think that your brain would be more powerful than your heart, but your heart's more powerful than your brain. And so we need to understand that when we're just thinking thoughts and thinking words and being logical and stuck in our head, that the system has actually taught us to be that way. And I wonder why. Study. Make sure you get good grades. Make sure you, focus on remembering all this stuff. Does school teach you how to love? Does school teach you how to use your emotions? No. It teaches you to be in your head. It teaches you to cut yourself off from your body, right? Head in the sky, overthinking, overprocessing, overwhelmed, stressed, panic, focus, concentrate. And it doesn't teach us to do yoga. It doesn't teach us to practice being in our body and relaxing. And the funny thing is, it would make us extremely more productive and more happy in life if we did, and we'll get more stuff done and probably help the companies and the businesses and pass our grades much easier, because you retain stuff and remember stuff more when you're in your emotional state. Because you can remember something from the past that was maybe traumatic or hard very easily, right? Because there's so much emotion associated with that. Or a pleasurable time in your life. Maybe you went to Disneyland or something like this and you had a good time. These times are hard to forget because there's so much emotion involved in that particular event. So it's become a part of your memory much easier. Whereas if you're just logically trying to remember something like maths or numbers or whatever, it is very hard to do that without any emotion tied behind it. And so emotion is so powerful. And so when it comes to thinking words and affirmations and stuff like this, we can't just use words. We have to apply the heart space. All right? We need the balance. We need to understand that I am great. I need to feel that also for it to really embody into my being. So you need to feel it. In order to feel it, you just go into that feeling space and you amplify that emotion and you make it bigger and bigger. So when it comes to doing affirmations and understanding that the subconscious mind doesn't understand words, in order for it to really understand what you are saying, you need to apply emotion to it. You need to add emotion to it. You need to add the heart space. If you're too much in your head, you're dead. This is a quote by Tony Robbins. When you're in your head, you're dead. All right? When you're in your love, you're more fulfilled. So use your mind to know what you want, to know the target, to know the outcome, to know the logical. And then apply the feeling, the feminine energy, which is going to birth what it is into your reality. And as you know, the womb man creates the human. And so if you're not applying birth into your thoughts, how can you construct and create a reality? How can you change yourself? How can you shift? You're not birthing it. You're just keeping it up here as the seed, otherwise known as the semen or the sperm. So it's just stuck up here. So stuck up here, stuck up here. And trying to manifest your reality is just stuck up here. Now we need to birth it. We need to bring it into the feminine energy. We need to bring it into the XY chromosome and understand that the womb man is the first. The feminine energy is the first. The feminine energy is before the masculine energy. And when we can understand this on a deep level, we will start applying the feminine energy in our lives and really creating what it is that we want. So apply logic with the feminine energy, and that's what's going to create your reality. Next is pictures. The subconscious mind understands pictures more than words. And so pictures will help facilitate what it is that you want. Sometimes pictures can elicit more emotion. So if you're watching a subliminal video or visualization video on YouTube, for example, and you're seeing images and you're feeling those images, it's a lot easier because now your mind can interpret that that means something good and that's okay to go for. And that's why it's good to have a vision board. When you get a vision board and you feel emotion as you look at the vision board, and that is totally okay. It's totally safe to have these things and create these things in your life. Pictures are very important for the subconscious mind. It helps it interpret what you want to create in your reality. It helps you know what your target is and what you're needing to focus on. And so when you're visualizing, doing vision boards, anything kind of visual, again, you need to elicit emotion. Pictures is not enough. You need to elicit emotion. You need to feel emotion towards it. And so some people, they struggle to feel emotion. Now, this is very important for you to understand. Again, we've been cut off, okay, by society, concrete jungle, businessy, corporate, professional, suit and tie. We've been taught all of this stuff, so we become so logical that we've lost the heart, we've lost the love, we've lost being in the body. This happened to me. I've got to the point where I've experienced emotional numbness. And that's otherwise known as anhedonia, something that you can go look up, anhedonia. So if you struggle to feel positive emotion or struggle to feel any emotion at all and you feel emotionally numb, that's called anhedonia. And I was able to eliminate this through the power of neutrality shifting. And we do help people with that. So if you're interested in getting a free subconscious diagnosis session on anhedonia and emotional numbness, you can go to neutralityshifting.com. and get a free diagnosis session where I can work with you on shifting that and making sure that you are feeling your emotion. And the more emotion you can feel, the more amplified these pictures and words are going to become. And the more associated you are going to be with it, the more associated you are with it, the more you're changing your energy. The more you're changing your energy, the more you're pulling in things that magnetize the thing that you were wanting. Okay, it's the feminine energy that receives. It's the feminine energy. If we look at the vagina, it's the feminine energy that receives, right? And so we have to understand that when it comes to the law of attraction and we're manifesting and creating our reality, that we need to be able to receive what it is that we want by stepping into the emotion. And the more amplified your emotions are, the more feminine and attractive you become, the more you're pulling in to your reality. And that's not to say women are better at manifesting, because women can be in a masculine energy and not have the feminine energy too. Okay, when I'm talking about the feminine and the masculine, I'm talking in terms of energy. I just want you to explain that the divine feminine, the woman, is the receiver, and she is in a divine energy when she's in the feminine energy. The next one is that of the metaphors and the symbols. The subconscious mind understands metaphors and symbols. This is one of the most difficult, but one of the most powerful ways of shifting your subconscious mind. Metaphors and symbols, you can look into the power of sigils. Maybe I make a video on sigils. Leave a comment below if you want me to make a video on sigils. Sigils are basically symbols that you can implant into your subconscious mind. And when you implant these symbols into your subconscious mind interprets it as just a symbol, but it's like there's a message behind the symbol, and you can use it to create your reality. So metaphors, and we look at nursery rhymes and stories. Stories have metaphors in it sometimes. And we have to understand that when someone's telling a story sometime, there's metaphors behind it. Or when there's a movie that you watch, like The Avengers, even movies like, I can't remember what it's called, it's with Halle Berry, and like she's on a stream, going down a stream, and they have to be blindfolded. You may have seen that film. There's lots of metaphors in that. Okay, and understand that is reprogramming your subconscious mind. There's a lot of people in the movie scene that are love and light. So please know this, that not all Hollywood is of the negative side. Okay, there's a lot of people in Hollywood or are actors and all this stuff, and they impress upon your subconscious mind very powerful metaphors so that the normal people can become more woke. Okay, there's people out there that are creating movies and programs to help the masses become more woke. Okay, even with things like Marvel. All right, so we need to understand that there's metaphors in these movies to help the normal everyday person wake up and be imprinted with ideas so that they can start thinking more differently. Because it's very hard to change people's, if I were to go and speak to someone that's just regular on the street about what I'm talking about, they'll be like, oh, this hocus pocus, right? However, as they begin to be taught by other things, slowly the consciousness of the planet is being raised. So there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that you're aware of. It's just that a lot of people are speaking in metaphors and symbols in order to awaken the consciousness of the planet. And so when it comes to the subconscious mind, we need to understand that metaphors and symbols can be really powerful. So it's important not to look at certain symbols. Sometimes, you may be reading or researching something, and it might have a symbol, whatever it is, and it might be, a negative symbol, and it might be a program inside of the symbol. And so sometimes you have to be a little bit careful what you're looking at and what you're processing inside your subconscious mind. One of the really powerful symbols that I've got, I don't know if you can see it right down there, is the Sri Yantra. Sri Yantra symbol is a really powerful symbol. I use that every day. It's sacred geometry, and I look into it every day to go ahead and reprogram my subconscious mind. But again, with metaphors, you want to apply feeling to it. When I make a video on sigils, you'll see that you need to apply a strong emotion for it to be embedded inside your subconscious mind. All right. So all of these, the key thing I want you to understand in this video is that emotion is key. Okay. Emotion is key. The more you can feel, get out of the headspace, more into the body, and feeling more, the more you're going to step into that feminine energy, and the more magnetizing you become, and more, now you're creating more, you're becoming a conscious creator. All right? So the masculine energy is the head, the feminine energy is the heart. A lot of people struggle to be in that heart space. If you're struggling to be in the headspace, then obviously you need to develop the masculine energy and have that direction. Maybe you're more in the creative and you're struggling to be more logic. That's something that you might want to practice as well, and being more logical and getting more stuff done in that way as well. I've just found in my life I've struggled to be more emotional. All right, so this is why your subconscious mind doesn't understand the words. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a comment below. We offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis session at neutralityshifting.com, where we find out what's going on in your subconscious mind. If you have problems with emotional numbness, anhedonia, you're just feeling like you're struggling to feel emotions, or you want to have a breakthrough in your business, in your life, and you're struggling with something, you're procrastinating, you're not doing what you're saying you're going to do, you're holding yourself back, you said you're going to do something and it's been years now or months now and you haven't started yet, then you need to get a subconscious mind diagnosis session, because there's definitely something holding you back from obviously making progress with that. All right, you can go to neutralityshifting.com, or there'll be a link in the description where you can go check that out. Okay, I love you, and remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Peace.